Hey everyone. So unless you've been living under a rock, you know that housing costs have been crazy the last year to two here in Tampa. If you are living under a rock, how much is the rent? I have people that would really like to know. Kidding, but if you were an existing homeowner that already had a payment that hasn't changed and everything, awesome for you. Some advice I'm going to give will still relate to you, maybe a little less, but still could be very helpful. If you are a renter, your rent has probably increased more than ever before. If it hasn't, it will. If you're looking at buying, payments are going to be higher than they were 10, 11 months ago. Interest rates are up. Buying can still be a good move. Happy to talk to you one-on-one about that. If it's not a good move, I'm not going to tell you it is. It isn't for everyone. It still is for some people. It's kind of a case-by-case basis and depends on a lot of things. But what I did want to say is with those rising costs, I have a solution for some. It can help any, and that is when you're paying more for one thing, your money is limited, so you're trying to look for how to make it work, and most people go to cutting costs. That's a great start. That by all means, if there are things that you're paying for that you don't need or they don't have the value that they're paying, look at cutting them. Now, things that do have value and that you need or enjoy, there are other ways to offset those costs. And the first one is your income. That a lot of us just get into a rut where we've been in a job for a while, we're making what we make, and we think that it is what it is. It doesn't have to be. Ask for a raise in your current position. If you haven't gotten a raise in the last 3 to 6 months, ask for a raise. They can't say yes if you don't ask. Now, do ask yourself, do you deserve a raise? I mean, have you been a good employee? If you haven't, and you feel that you're mediocre or less than that, then become an excellent employee first. Do that for a couple of months and make it to where you deserve a raise, and then ask for that raise. So even if they say no, even if you know that they cannot give it to you, ask anyway. You never know. You'll get on their radar, and they'll see that you have an interest, and there are benefits to being on the radar. So can you make more money in your current position? If not, is there another position in your current company? And that's why you want to get on the radar, is that there may be other positions. And a lot of times management knows about positions before they're posted. So they will often have people in mind. I've been on the management side I spent about 13 years with Cisco Foods and saw a lot of the hiring and stuff that goes on behind the background. And often people are pre-selected, even if they follow the pattern of posting a job, interviewing and everything. A lot of times they have someone in mind. So you want to be one of the ones that they have in mind. So can you get more in your current position, or can you get another position that pays more at your current company? If not, do you need to be looking outside of that company? Do you need to be looking for opportunities? Years ago, it looked good to be at a company for 15 or 20 years. Being on the hiring side with 4 locations, I got to see that an employer nowadays would rather see an employee who has been at 3 jobs for 4 years, 6 years, 2 years, rather than a person who's been at one job for 13 or 14 years. What it looks like when you're stuck at the one job, you're only learning how one company does something. The stability looks good and everything, but if you've done some time at multiple jobs, you've learned how more than one company. You have more experience, more variety of experience. So the income is going to help take over the expenses. And even if you have stabilized housing costs, why not go for more income? You know, we're trading hours of our life for income, so let's get as much income as we want. Company I was at, I was in like 5 different management positions in about 6-7 years. And someone asked me one time, which one did you like best? The one that paid the most. I'm going to find a way to have fun at work. I'm going to enjoy people. It's going to be hard for me to be in a position where I don't like the people that I work with. I'm going to find a way to make it work. So if I'm trading hours of my life, you know, that hours of my life is the most valuable thing that I have. So I'm going to trade that for the most that I can. And I want you to think that way and do the same. So thanks for listening. I hope you found this helpful, and have a great rest of 2022. Take care.